Want to hear my hot take on plus size travel and why I think every plus size traveler should get a free second and even third seat on an airplane? Then you better keep watching and sign my petition to make some real change. Let's just state facts. Plus size travelers need more space. And many people agree that plane seats are too small, even for the average size person.
I gotta say, this just keeps getting better and better. Every single day I come across something that makes me say, are you kidding me right now? This is what you're complaining about. A lot of people have nothing going on in their lives, so they see something or try to do something and they're triggered by it. They're offended. They feel discriminated against. And that's what's going on with that person in that clip. Her name is Jaylyn Cheney, or J-Bay, she goes by on some of her social media. She's upset because she's an oversized woman. She's obese. And this video is not to shit on obese people. We all know there's millions of them. Some have medical disorders that make them obese. Others have a disorder that I like to call hand to mouth. They just like to eat. And that's great. I like to eat too. Fortunately, I'm blessed with a fast metabolism because I eat a lot and I just don't gain weight. But other people will eat and eat and eat and gain so much weight that they're just not comfortable. They're not comfortable driving. They're not comfortable walking. And Jaylyn is not comfortable sitting in an airline seat. When we've all been on airplanes, they are not comfortable unless you can afford to fly first class. Then you can stretch out and enjoy your flight. But Jaylyn is not happy. She's circulating an online petition for people to sign because she wants to try to force airlines to make air travel more accommodating for overweight people. I don't know who's signing it. I don't know how many people signed it, but I do have some other questions after you watch this clip.
Stories of plus size travelers being ridiculed, humiliated, or even removed from flights because of their size. It's a common fear among the plus size community, and it's absolutely unacceptable. Join my petition calling on the FAA to require all airlines to have a written official customer of size policy for plus size travelers. This policy will provide accessible additional seats, clear communication, reimbursement, accommodations, and employee training. As my petition states, all plus size passengers should be provided with an additional seat or 2 or 3 depending on their size and need during a flight for comfort. Under this policy, airlines should also offer a straightforward refund process for those who are buying additional seats independently. Under this policy, employees must be trained to handle sensitive situations and provide appropriate customer service. Sign this petition to demand that airlines take concrete steps towards making air travel more inclusive and accommodating for all passengers. Let's ensure that everybody can fly comfortable without fear of discrimination. Sign my petition now.
So she's upset because the overweight community is ridiculed, is harassed, sometimes removed from airplanes because they're just not comfortable, or the people they're sitting next to are inconvenienced by the size of the person in the seat. Now again, I don't know what that feels like. I've never had to experience it. And I'm sure it is not a pleasant thing to be in an airplane seat, and have to travel if you're overweight. But what she's asking for is, in my opinion, absolutely ridiculous, because she wants people to sign this petition to require the FAA to mandate that airlines offer a free extra seat or 2 or 3, depending on the size of the person, so they can be comfortable when they travel. The question I have is, who's paying for these extra seats? Why do you think you're entitled to free seats because you're overweight? I'm 6'3". If I'm flying on a regular airplane in coach with everybody else, my knees are almost up in my chest. So am I going to have a petition and ask people to sign it so the airlines can spread the seats out more so I can be comfortable? No, I deal with it because that's what it is. Airplanes were designed to carry as many people as possible to their destination. We all know air travel is expensive, and what this person is asking for is basically let the other passengers pay for my free seat or 2 more seats or 3 more seats. Because if in fact the FAA under the Biden administration ever granted a proposal like that and forced airlines to give overweight people free seats, who do you think's paying for it? We're paying for it. Do you think airline travel is expensive now? Imagine getting on a plane and seeing a large person sitting in 2 or 3 seats by themselves. And you know the extra seats were given to them for free because woke Joe Biden decided they're discriminated against. They need to be comfortable. The hell with everybody else. The hell with people who are healthy and work out and go to the gym and try to maintain a decent body weight. The hell with you. You're going to pay for the obese person to travel because they deserve it, because they're marginalized, they're discriminated against. Every single thing today, everybody's crying discrimination. If your hair is a different color, you have a fucked up haircut, you're discriminated against. If you're a dude who wears women's clothes, they feel discriminated against. Now, obese people are feeling discriminated against because they can't sit comfortable on an airplane, so they want every other traveler to have an increased fee to make sure they are comfortable. That is one of the most woke, insane proposals I have ever heard. We're hearing about accommodations all the time. The biggest one lately is letting boys who say they're girls go in girls' bathrooms. That's the biggest thing today. They say they're a girl so they can pee in the girls' room next to a girl. Now, you know how I feel about that. But again, I'm not shitting on these people. They're overweight. They're overweight. If you think you can get free seats, how about this? Save a little more money and pay for first class. The seats are bigger. You should be more comfortable. Us as American citizens, taxpayers, hard workers, should not have to have our fees increased so people who choose not to take care of themselves, some of them choose not to take care of themselves so they can fly comfortable and the rest of us have to suffer. Well, if this proposal actually goes through, I think I will start another petition saying that tall people should be able to sit on an airplane and stretch their legs out because we're uncomfortable. We're discriminated against because we're over 6 feet tall. Isn't that the same thing? Yes, it's the same exact thing. But you know you'll never see that because a tall, thin person or a tall, muscular person, or whatever, they're not going to start whining and bitching and moaning. They're going to get in their plane seat with their knees in their chest and get as comfortable as they can and fly to wherever they're going. But the obese people are not happy now. This thing, I feel, is going to turn into another alphabet person movement. I don't have a pet name for this one yet, but I'm pretty sure I'll come up with one. This is just another play to the woke Biden administration because we all know you complain that you're unhappy or discriminated against. He's going to make it his duty to fight for you and to have laws passed and to make this or that happen. That's what he's all about. That's what the Democrats are all about. So this right here is nothing more than an unhappy, in my opinion, person. She's unhappy because she's as big as she is. She's choosing not to change the way she lives. So instead, she wants the rest of us to pay for her discomfort because that's what it is. She's not happy in her own skin. I'm sorry. No person who is that overweight is happy. It has to be uncomfortable. It has to be. And I feel for the people who are that way because they have no choice. They have a medical condition and it sucks for them. And I really feel for them. But I don't feel bad for someone who chooses to sit down at a table and shovel anything and everything into their mouth and get that big and then cry discrimination that they can't sit comfortable on an airplane. The rest of us should not have to pay for someone else's comfort while we're uncomfortable on the same airplane. It's absolutely absurd, and I really, truly hope that somebody says, you know what, honey, it's not going to happen. You either do something with yourself, or you pay for first class, or you fly uncomfortable. That's it. This would cost a fortune for airlines to even consider doing something like that. And it would cost the rest of us a pretty penny to pay the fees for our seats so these people can be comfortable. It's insane. It's ridiculous. And it's just another woke move of the left wing today that let's complain about something, because if we complain enough, we're going to get our way. I'm all set, and it's really getting tiring now. And that's it. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't liked this video, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and hit the notification bell. You'll never miss an episode. Share this video with someone. I'd appreciate that, because I just found this. I don't know how widely circulated it is, but people should see it because it's nonsense. Hope everybody's healthy and safe. Have a great night, and I'll see you soon.